Hello and welcome to the Fabrico.Design channel. We develop professional sewing patterns and make them available to every woman. Using our patterns and video instructions, you can easily sew any garment at home and feel like a designer.
Today we are cutting and sewing the Calla long sleeve shirt. This long sleeve shirt is wraparound, ties at the back, the sleeves are long with gathering at the bottom. For sewing, we will need patterns. The main fabric is jersey. For additional fabric for the neck piping, we took lining fabric. Also, we need interfacing, adhesive tape, threads to match, sewing accessories. You can find the sewing patterns for this shirt on Fabrico.Design website. Let's start cutting. Make sure to decate the fabric so it does not shrink when you will be sewing. Preserve direction of the grain line as it is indicated on the sewing patterns. Transfer all control points. Please note that our long sleeve shirt is asymmetrical, so there is a face mark on the front and facing parts. This means that we put the fabric face up and the patterns face up in the same way. If we cut on the wrong side, then we put the fabric face up and turn the pattern over accordingly, and only then cut out so as not to turn the sides over. Our sewing patterns already contain allowances. After cutting, make sure to check the number of pieces according to the sewing pattern specifications. We should have one right front piece, one left front piece, one back piece with a fold, two sleeve pieces, two waistband pieces, one right-facing piece, one left-facing piece. From the lining fabric, two neckline binding pieces. Don't forget about the pieces that we interface completely or partially. We interface the waistband completely, also the right and left facing pieces. We interface partially the back piece with a fold. We used knitwear as the main material. Medium and low density knitwear such as jersey, viscose knitwear and plain jersey are also great. We used lining fabric for the facing, and for the interfacing, we chose thin knitted interfacing. Our long sleeve shirt will effectively emphasize the bust and define the waistline. We lay one-sided folds on the right and left front pieces and secure them on the machine. We align the cuts and we repeat the same for the left side. We place the left and right front pieces on the back, face to face, and sew the shoulder seams. We sew on the overlocker. iron press the allowances towards the back. We prepare the waistband pieces. To do this, we fold them in half face inward. Preserving all the control points. If your knitwear is dense enough and holds its shape well, you can skip the interfacing part. We also sew on the overlocker and then turn it inside out and iron press it. Turn inside out and press with an iron. Place the waistband on the upper edge of the lapel, leaving 1 centimeter or 3/8 inches at the top. Secure with a sewing machine. Overcast the inner edge of the right and left facings. Place the right facing on the right front and the left facing on the left front face to face, and sew along the lapel line. Sew a top stitch along the facing 0.1 centimeter or 1/16 inches from the stitching seam. Sew the neckline facing along the short sides, folding the pieces face inward. Next, iron press the allowances outwards and iron press the facing lengthwise and in half with the wrong side inward. Now we overcast the neckline of the shirt with facings and piping. To do this, fold the facings face to face with the garment. And then we lay the piping along the neckline. We preserve all the control points It is crucial that the piping should go 1 centimeter or 3/8 inches onto the facing. We overcast with 1 stitch by 0.7 centimeter or 5/16 inches. We cut out the corners and the thickening on the facing. Turn the facing inside out, fold the piping to the wrong side and iron press it, forming a piping from the main fabric. We lay a top stitch along the entire neckline by 0.1 centimeter or 1/16 inches along the edge of the piping, continuing the stitch to the side line. and press it with an iron. We assemble the lower part of the sleeve. For this, we lay 2 parallel stitches on the sewing machine and pull them to the desired length. We pulled it together, distributed the assembly. Now we sew the sleeve into the open armhole. For this, we fold the sleeve cap with the armhole of the long sleeve face to face and sew. We align all the control points. We iron press the allowances onto the sleeve. View from the front and view from the back, the allowances on the sleeves are iron pressed. On the right side, we overcast the room for the opening for the waistband along the front and back. Starting and ending, the overcasting 3 cm or 11/8 inches above and below the notches on the opening. Next, we sew the right side seam in the area of the opening on a sewing machine with a 0.7 cm or 5/16 inches seam. Our notches are approximately 2 centimeters or 3/4 inches long. We fold the long sleeve with the right side facing inward and sew the sleeve and side seam with one seam. Smoothly sew one line in the area of the opening in the right side seam. Sew the left side seam entirely. And smoothly bring the right seam to the slit and smoothly bring it down from the slit. Iron press the allowances onto the back. Iron press the allowances outwards in the area of the opening. We can hide the tails from the overlocker in the seam with a needle. And now we push them into the seam to hide them and carefully cut the threads. Next, we lay a top stitch along the entire outline of the opening. Iron press the bottom of the sleeve, then overcast and lay a double needle stitch or stitch on a cover stitch machine. After that, press it with an iron. Press with an iron. Overcast the bottom of the shirt and press the seam allowances to the wrong side. It is overcast and pressed with an iron. Next, fold the facing face to face onto the shirt and stitch the bottom to the width of the seam allowance. Cut out a corner, turn it inside out and iron press it. Next, secure the seam allowances at the bottom with a double needle or on a cover stitch machine, starting and finishing the stitch from the edge of the lapel. Iron press the finished long sleeve. The Calla long sleeve is finished.
Thanks for sewing with us. Subscribe to our channel and publish your photos in different social medias and tag us. You can find the link to our website in the description box below the video.